What's up, YouTube? Serious here. Here's my opening slash streaming segment where I talk about the films and shows that premiered this week, whether it be in theaters, streaming, etc. Alright, here's the films that are opening. First up, we got DC League of Super Pets, which is of course where like Crypto the Super who's of course Superman's dog, and you of course got Batman's dog, Ace the Bat Hound, who are both voiced by Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart. Of course, the Man of Steel and the rest of Justice League are kidnapped. So Crypto must convince like a ragtag group of animals to master their own newfound powers for a rescue mission. The trailer actually looks really decent. I really dig quite like these trailers they've been releasing. It looks fun, entertaining. I love the voice cast. This movie, maybe it sounded like a little dumb idea before, but it does look like it'd be really interesting to check out. So we'll have to wait to see how this one is. All right. Also out, we got a movie called Vengeance, directed by Office star BJ Novak. Featuring a really cool cast. You got the likes of Novak. You got Issa Rae, Asha Kutcher. You got Dove Cameron. You got some really cool cast members in this. It's pretty much like a murder mystery film where a journalist and a podcaster travels from New York City to Texas to investigate the death of a woman whom he hooked up with. This does look like a really interesting mystery-based film, so I'm looking forward to checking this one out when it premieres. Uh, Now, out this week in limited release in Amazon next week, we got Ron Howard's 13 Lies, where the rescue mission is assembled in Thailand, where like a group of young boys and their soccer coach are trapped in a system of underground caves that are flooding. This does look really intriguing. I mean, of course, they did do that a couple of documentaries like The Cave last year. Uh, they got some other documentaries also coming. This looks like it'd be really intriguing. You got Ron Howard, who makes some really decent movies, so looking forward to check this one out. All right, we also got a film called Love Song, which stars Dale Dickey, and this is actually her first leading role. Like she's been in the entertainment business for years. Like she's popped up in stuff like Iron Man. She's popped up in Hell or High Water. She's popped up in some TV shows here and there too. And this also features Avatar actor Wes Studi. And it's where Faye, who is a lone traveler who bides her time fishing, birding, and strategizing at a rural Colorado campground as she awaits the arrival of Lito, a figure from her past who is navigating his own tensive and nomadic journey to the rugged west. This actually looks really intriguing. I mean, it's really cool to see more films about this, featuring older actors, and I think this looks really intriguing. Check out the chemistry between Dale Dickey and West Studio looks decent. This could be some really like a very interesting heartfelt film to check out. All right, we also got a movie called Shopstick, where a naive 26-year-old living on the fringe of Hollywood begins an affair with her older employee and is thrust into an education of lust, loss, and power. The film features the likes of Christine Frosem, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Lena Dunham, John Bernthal, Taylor Page, and it's also directed by Lena Dunham. And this looks really intriguing. I mean, it is very erotic there, but it looks like it'd be really interesting to check out. I like the cast involved. Could be really intriguing. All right, now we got a couple of streaming films this week. On Hulu, we got Not Okay, which is directed by Quentin Shepard, who last directed this movie called Blame a few years ago. And this stars Zoe Deutch, who plays a misguided young woman who is desperate for friends and fame, fakes a trip to Paris to update her social media presence. A terrifying incident also takes place in the real world, which becomes a part of the imaginary trip and offers or she wants. And this actually looks really fun. Zoe Deutch is really talented. You got Dylan O'Brien's also in this. Looks really fun. Looks entertaining. So definitely look for check this one out. On Netflix, we got Purple Hearts, which stars Sophia Carson, and it's where like despite their differences and against our odds, an inspiring singer slash songwriter and a soldier falls hopelessly in love. This also features the guy who played Prince Charming in last year's Cinderella movie on Prime Video. This looks really interesting. Looks cute, charming. Looks like it's gonna be very heartfelt too. So interested to check this one out. All right, on Paramount Plus, we got the Honor Society, which stars Andrea Rice, who of course played Betty in the recent Spider-Man movies. She was in the Nice Guys. She's a really cool young actress. You also got Gator Miles from Stranger Things fame. McLovin himself, Christopher Mintz-Plasse is in this. Now, here's what this is about. Honor is an ambitious high school senior whose sole focus is getting into an Ivy League college, assuming she can first score the coveted recommendation from her guidance counselor, Mr. Calvin. And yeah, the trailers for this half look really decent. Looks entertaining, so I'm definitely looking forward to check this one out. All right. Also, we got a shock. We also got a shock movie coming to Shudder and there's called The Reef Star, which is actually a follow-up to the 2010 film The Reef. Hoping to heal from a tragedy, a woman and her friends embark on a kayaking and diving adventure in tropical waters. However, the fun soon turns into terror when they find themselves fighting for their lives against a great white shark. And this looks intriguing. I mean, it is, of course, Shark Week, so we are going to get lots of shark related content. And this looks like it'd be really interesting to check out, so sign me up with this one. All right, we also got a movie called The Moderator, where like after the murder of her two submarine friends in Marcario, a Russian blogger decides to do her own justice. Yeah, this just looks like those plain bad home to video based movies. So yeah, the act like it just looks like a like a female John Wick here. So I don't really have much high hopes for this one. All right. Also, we got a movie called Paradise Highway, which features the likes of Morgan Freeman, Cameron Monaghan, Juliette Binoche. You got Frank Grillo. Got some really cool cast members in this. And it's where Binoche and Freeman lead this roving driller set in the trucking industry, and it's a seamy underbelly of human trafficking. When her brother's life is threatened, Sally, played by Binoche, a truck driver, reluctantly agrees to smuggle Issa's cargo. A girl named Lilia, played by Hala Finley, who's actually who played like Matt LeBlanc's daughter on that show, Man with a Plan, which was a really fun little show, by the way. And so, like, as Sally and Lila begins a danger fraught journey across state lines, a Dodge FBI operator, played by Freeman, sets out on their trail, determined to do whatever it takes to terminate a human trafficking operation and bring Sally and Lily to safety. This could be really true. You got Morgan Freeman, who's always really decent, looks entertaining, so could be cool, I guess. All right, we got a documentary called Sweetie, where like the story of this girl named Sweetie who loses her father from COVID, and her mother is recovering in the hospital for COVID, and turns the tragedy into action by promoting vaccines. So this is pretty much like a vaccine-based documentary, and it could be really interesting to check out. I mean, ever since like COVID, of course, happened, we've been getting lots of documentaries and even features about the pandemic, and this looks like it's going to be one of them. But this looks more like it's focused more on the vaccine stuff, so it could be an interesting film to check out. All right, got a movie called Ali and Ava, where like two lonely people develop a deep connection to, despite the lingering legacy of their past relationships. Could be interesting there. Could be cool. Got a movie called Medusa, which is a horror film where a gang of women in Brazil try to control everything around them, including other women, by roaming the streets and beating up those they deem to sinful. So, of course, Medusa is pretty much the one who likes turning people into stones, has snake for hair. So, the Medusa story there. All right. We also got another horror film called Hypochondriac, where like Will has a loving boyfriend and a good life, but when his mentally ill mother emerges after a 10-year absence, he descends into darkness spiral of madness, haunted by the manifestation of his childhood trauma. Sounds really interesting right there. It sounds pretty creepy, so could be cool. Check that one out. All right, now we got a couple of shows that premieres this week. First up, we got the season 3 of High School Musical, the series season 3 on Disney Plus, which I really quite like the series. I think it is really interesting. Seeing them go back to like the High School Musicals or high school is really cool. You of course got Olivia Rodrigo, who's now a little bit more popular now. You got some other cool cast members like some actors like Corbin Blue, Jessica Ferguson, all such make cameos here. So definitely, like I actually just checked out episode 1 by the way, and it was a really fun a fun season. So I'm looking forward to check out the next few episodes. So hopefully it'll be as good with what I say. All right, on HBO Max, we got Harley Quinn season 3 premiering with Kelly Cuoco, which I liked the first season, so definitely gonna check out season 3 when I get a chance to. We got Keep Breathing coming to Netflix with Melissa Barrera. Now, this is a survival series after her private plane crashes in the Canadian wilderness. Lone survivor Liv must battle both an unforgiving code and past personal traumas to stay alive in the harsh environments. Now I'm glad to see Melissa Bird, coming back to the TV world because of course she did do that show Vita, which was really good. Since then, of course, she's been in the Heights, which she was great in. Most recent Scream. I really quite like her. I think she's a really cool actress, so I'm definitely looking forward to check this one out. All right, on Peacock, we got a show called The Resort, which stars William Jackson Harper, Nick Offerman, Christine Milioti, where an anniversary trip puts a marriage to the test when a couple finds themselves embroiled in one of Yadian's most bizarre unsolved mysteries from 15 years prior, involving the disappearance of 2 young adults, a murder, and a once in a century hurricane. With everything connected, solving the crimes requires unraveling some of life's biggest questions. This actually looks really intriguing, so I'm definitely interested to check this one out. Um, Peacock has made some really decent stuff for recent, so I'll definitely give this one a go. All right, on Netflix, got the show a show called Uncoupled, which stars Neil Patrick Harris, Tisha Campbell, Marsha Gay Harden, where a man has his life turned upside down after his partner walks out on him after 17 years. And this actually looks really cool. I mean, I know lots of people are gonna hang the idea, hang the ideas type of shows because of people, I guess. But it does look really interesting. It looks cute, charming. I like NPH, so I'll definitely be watching because NPH is in it. Hopefully, it'll be decent. All right. On Apple, got a show called Surface, which stars Gugu Mafara. Where, after suffering a traumatic head injury that leads her a serious memory loss, Sophia embarks on a quest to piece her life back together. However, she realizes that people who are helping her may not have her interests in mind. Could be cool right there. Apple has made some really cool stuff lately, so I'll probably give this one a go. All right. On Prime Video, got Paper Girls, which is based on the Phil Kate, I believe it's Phil Kate, story where, in the early morning hours of Halloween 1988, 4 paper girls are on their delivery route when they become caught in crossfire between warring time travelers, changing the course of their lives forever. And this looks like it'd be really intriguing to check out. I'm getting lots of people are probably saying that this is like a female version of Stranger Things. I really don't know, maybe I guess, but it does look like it'd be really intriguing to check out, so it could be cool. Last but not least, got Pretty Little Liars: Original Sins, which of course is based on the Pretty Little Liars story here. 20 years ago, a series of tragic events almost ripped the blue-collar town of Millwood apart. Now, in the present day, a group of disparate teen girls, a brand new set of little liars, find themselves tormented by an unknown assailant. And this could be a intriguing check out. I was not the biggest Pretty Little Liars guy, but this series actually looks more like it's going to be centered towards the horror territories. It looks really intriguing to check out, so I'm definitely looking forward to check this one out when it premieres. But that's pretty much all that's coming out. Let me lead you guys. Which of these films and shows are you interested in? Are you interested in DC League of Super Pets, Vengeance? Are you even interested in Not Okay, Pretty Little Liars, Harley Quinn, etc.? Drop comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Seymour signing out.